Ice Spice, big guy, let's talk about it.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Unlock over $3,500 in business and travel value annually with statement credits on select purchases from brands like Dell, Hilton, and Adobe, and other benefits. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Based on total potential value of statement credits on select purchases and other benefits, enrollments required, monthly and other limits and terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a great episode for you today. Holy shit, guys. You know, I can't even lie. We are in full circle moment here. I mean, Ice Spice started her career talking about Bikini Bottom. And now we are in full circle moment. Ice Spice has made a song for I guess, a new SpongeBob movie. SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. Now, I just saw this movie, or whatever the music video showed of this shit. This movie looks fucking horrible, by the way. This is one of the worst, animation movies I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And I will never be watching that movie. But, you know, I'm not even a kid, so I don't even care about watching that shit. But I do have some interest talking about Ice Spice actually having a fucking SpongeBob soundtrack goddamn song. And, you know, thank God they strapped her on a roller coaster so she couldn't, you know, twerk or go crazy on the song. You know, that was kind of funny. They had to strap her on that roller coaster.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other topics, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Had to keep her, you know, make sure she don't do anything too rough. But look. I mean, man, this is what my job has come to, talking about shit like this. But hey, you know, this is the type of stuff you just gotta laugh at when you look at it. But anyways, Ice Spice, big guy, let's get into it. Let's fucking talk about this song. Starting off with the beat. I mean, this is one of the worst. This beat is so basic that it's just kind of hilarious. You know, you just have the simple ass trap drums. Now, I do like how, you know, there is a hint. There is a hint of some synths or some sax or some horns, whatever the fuck that shit is in the background. They have this some horns in the background that kind of keep the song going, which that's pretty cool. You know, I'm glad that we've, you know, added a little bit more to the simple-ass 808s and drums. I'm glad we, you know, added some elements there. Thank fucking God. But other than that, this beat is basic as hell. This is one of the most basic-ass beats I've ever heard in my life. And it's literally the Ice Spice type song, just kind of, you know, done again, kind of recycled again, and kind of just thrown on a silver platter. But now you got some horns that sound pretty alright. You know, they sound kind of muffled. They sound like, you know, you put the helium balloon on the horns and he kind of called it a goddamn day. So that's definitely something. So this beat is basic as hell, which is kind of funny. But hey, I mean, look, we've listened to a lot of basic beats on this show. I've reviewed a lot of basic beats. How does this rank?
New Icy Hot. Nighttime recovery. Relieves pain at nighttime while your body recovers. Icy Hot. You're so back.
Up on the basic ass beat scale, I'd say honestly, this beat right here is a little bit more entertaining than a Lil Baby song fucking using the same ass fucking piano trap beat. So that's definitely something. Now let's get into the hook. The hook is one of the main parts of the song. It's one of the main parts of any Ice Spice song, is always the goddamn hook, which is absolutely hilarious in my opinion. But anyways, how do I feel about this big guy pants hook? Honestly, you know, I think it could easily get stuck in your head. You know, that's one thing that I definitely saw. And while I was scrolling on Twitter too, a lot of people were saying this too, that this song does get stuck in your head. But let me be real. You know, if a song gets stuck in your head, does that mean it's a good-ass song that gets stuck in your head? There's Taylor Swift songs that got stuck in my head a long time ago that I fucking absolutely hate. So is that even a goddamn good thing if the song does not sound that good? But honestly, I will be real. I'm glad that, you know, Ice Spice isn't rapping about, like, poop or, like, farting. So that's definitely a plus in my opinion. So, you know, this is probably one of the more better hooks that I've heard from Ice Spice. You know, it gets stuck in your head. The flow's pretty engaging, sounds pretty nice. Doesn't sound too awful in my opinion. And I do like how, you know, it does have that kind of replay value of constantly kind of replaying that hook. Now, having SpongeBob in the music video constantly interrupt it, you know, with whatever the fuck that new voice of SpongeBob is, goddamn, sounds fucking awful. You know, hey, look, you have Ice Spice delivered on the hook, and then actually, when we get to the verses, you actually have Ice Spice kind of flowing on these verses, in my opinion. Ice Spice is sounding pretty decent on here. You know, it's that same typical Ice Spice flow, but Ice Spice is the one who can really do it the best, in my opinion. So you definitely got that going for you. You know, if you do like Ice Spice's sound, she does keep that same energy, even on a kid's light song, so that's pretty cool. The flow is pretty decent, pretty alright, you know. There is actually a couple of flow switches on here, which is pretty funny, in my opinion, you know, having Ice Spice do.
Are you a forward thinker? Then you need an HR and finance platform that thinks like you do. Workday is the AI platform that helps propel your organization, your workforce, and your industry into the future. Workday, moving business forever forward.
Flow switches on a SpongeBob song, but you definitely do get that on here, which is pretty nice. You know, nothing crazy. But I will be real with you. You know, this song is definitely just a ass song. It is just a complete ass song. You know, it feels a little too corporate. It feels a little too whatever when I listen to it. And I will just be real with you. I wish there was a little bit more. You know, like if you're going to do this, you know, at least go crazy on it. At least, you know, go crazy with the flow. You know, make some entertaining song. Like, I feel like this is just, like, the bare minimum of an Ice Spice song. Like, I'll just be real. Like, I feel like she's switched her flows up better. I feel like she's added more depth to her songs. You know, when she comes on here, and it's just like, what the fuck happened? So, I mean, Lord mighty. Anyways, Ice Spice, big guy from the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. Honestly, this is one of the more better rappers doing a kid's song. This is one of the more better rappers doing a kid's song. I will be real. This song can easily get stuck in your head, so that's definitely something. So overall, I'm going to have to give this song, I'll give it a 4 out of 10 for effort. 4 out of 10 for effort, guys. Let me know. Did y'all like this song? Did you hate this song?
Running a business means I wear lots of hats. Luckily, when it's time to put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn to make it easy. I can post a job for free or pay to promote it and get 3 times more qualified candidates. Imagine finding your next great hire in 24 hours. 86% of small businesses do. With LinkedIn, I can also easily share my job with my network. No other job site lets me do that. Post your free job at linkedin.com/achieve. That's linkedin.com/achieve. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Petivity. In every pet story, there's a moment where seemingly minor changes could be the first signs of larger issues. Petivity is here to help you better understand what's going on with your pets with smart devices and at-home health tests that proactively monitor their health. Give your pet the story they deserve with Petivity. Visit Petivity.com all December long for a site-wide sale on all smart devices and at-home health tests.
Are you going to be seeing this terrible, ass-shitty-looking SpongeBob movie? I don't know, let me know. And if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And hey, I'm excited. I'm excited for, you know, that Music Friday. We got a lot of better stuff coming out than whatever the fuck I just listened to this week. I mean, Lord goddamn mighty. Anyways, maybe Ice Spice will come back and drop a better song. Maybe this will, you know, cause some more momentum for her. Maybe get her back in that kind of comeback mode. You know, because that other album was fucking horrible. That Y2K album was like one of the worst things I've heard in a while.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah?
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
So, hey, 4 out of 10. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Yeah, guys.